Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before I get started with the reading, I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and just all of your positive feedback. If you are interested in receiving additional guidance from the weekly and monthly tarot forecast that I offer here on my channel, I do actually draw and upload every single day a daily oracle guidance card to my Instagram and Facebook pages. So if you're interested in receiving additional guidance, please head over and like me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. If you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, I do actually have linked below in the description bar my website, so head over to my website and read about how I offer my private readings. And make sure that for these weekly tarot forecasts you are watching your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign to get the most insight. Some weeks you will resonate more with your sun sign, other weeks you will resonate more with your rising sign or ascendant sign, and then sometimes you might even resonate with all three, your sun, moon, and rising sign. So again, I just want to thank you guys so very much for all of your support. You guys are truly amazing. Thank you for all of the positive feedback, your likes, your shares, your comments. I do wish you all a wonderful week. Stay tuned for the reading. Hi Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of October 24th through the 30th. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. I am switching it up, Cancer. I'm using a couple of new decks. I will have them listed below in the description bar. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, I do have the Chariot. Very nice. So the Chariot is the Phoenix rising up from the ashes. This is the ultimate victory card. So for some Cancers, this is you moving forward. You could be traveling. You could be moving forward or at least planning on moving forward, taking the reins in some way, taking control perhaps of a situation. Or planning on moving forward. The overall energy, Cancer, for the week is the Four of Pentacles, which fours speak of foundation, and the Four of Pentacles really, for me, talks about having things built up, having that security. So this could be where your focus is at, focused on your security, focused on your stability this week. For some of you, there could be a home that's very significant. Maybe with the Chariot, you're actually moving to a new home or getting ready to move to a new home for some Cancers. But then for some other Cancerians, the Four of Pentacles speaks of hanging on tightly to something. So for some of you, this could be you really hanging on to your money this week, not spending too much money, maybe trying to save it. And then for some other Cancerians, this could be you hanging on tightly to something. Or you could be dealing with a person who's hanging on tightly to you or hanging on to something of value, something that's very significant this week. Now, what's interesting is we have a progression here. I have the Four and then I have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles can be, for some of you, you feeling a lack financially or a lack of support, a lack of love. This could be you feeling left out in the cold in some way, losing faith with something or someone. So for some of you, there's something that you've been hanging on to. There's something that you want, and maybe this week you're starting to feel like you're losing faith or starting to feel like it's not going to come through, but you need to hang in there. You need to hang in there because I see you literally moving from this. You see how these people are, you know, they're left out in the cold, but there's help available. They're walking forward and they're moving actually towards this Empress energy. So you are essentially moving towards something new, Cancer. You're moving towards a new beginning that will be incredibly rewarding for you. Now, I do feel like for some Cancerians, this is you moving towards a new job. This is you moving towards a very financially rewarding position. So with the Eight of Pentacles here, this could be, for some Cancers, you landing a new job. This traditionally is an apprenticeship energy. This is my Craftsman card, the Eight of Pentacles. So for some Cancers, maybe you felt like you were lacking financially, even though you might not have been necessarily lacking financially. And that's why we have this more conservative energy here. You're not wanting to spend too much money. Maybe you're waiting on that raise or waiting on that promotion. The Eight of Pentacles is a worker energy. This is you really working incredibly hard. But just continue on working very hard, because you will reap those benefits. You will be acknowledged. So just continue on working very hard. Try to remain positive. Focus on the future, because I see many of you moving towards success, moving towards victory, and something new starting within your life that's going to be amazing. Now, for some of you, I think that what you're waiting on is a decision with the Two of Wands here. You're waiting on a decision that really allows you to move forward and it allows you to walk down a new path. And for some of you, that's a new job. For others, that's a decision maybe in regards to a raise or a promotion. But you just need to keep the faith. We're seeing a lot of progression here. We have the Four and then the Five of Pentacles. Then I have the Two of Wands and then the Three of Wands. And this is something taking root. So whatever it is that you've been working on, whether this is within your career or maybe some of you don't work for a living, this could be, you know, you trying to move to a new home, or there's some sort of project, something that you're maybe trying to get off the ground. The Three of Wands represents that growth, that expansion, your ships coming in. I think that for some of you, something is taking root and something is beginning, and this is you manifesting with the energy of the Magician here. You have three very powerful major arcanas here. So this is you having all the resources and the tools you need to be successful at starting something new, with getting something off the ground. So I see many of you manifesting, and it's because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this wheel is turning. This is good luck, good fortune, very blessed energy that's around you. So this is a cycle ending, a new cycle beginning, and this wheel is turning, especially for those of you that maybe were lacking financially, or at least felt like you were. Whatever was challenging and getting you down, I see this wheel turning for you. And I see you being very successful with the Chariot, you know, at the bottom of the deck, and then the Emperor on top of the Wheel of Fortune. This is success. For me, the Emperor represents success. This is the wheel turning in regards to you bringing in more stability, more security within your life. And I think that for some Cancers, you're waiting on that position of power. Maybe you're trying to move up within the company that you work for. Maybe there's a higher paying position or a position of authority that is something that you really want. Well, you know, be creative and use the resources that you have available to you to really make this thing come about, because you have that good luck on your side. It's the right time. So take control with this energy here. Take control and yeah, manifest, be creative. I feel like networking is very important. You need to get out and about. You need to socialize. Because we have the Emperor and the Empress here in the same spread, for some of you, this is talking about a relationship. I feel like for many of you, it's either relationship or career. That's very, very significant here this week. But this wheel is turning. So if you were in a relationship where there was some difficulties, because I have this Five of Pentacles sitting in between the Emperor and the Empress, there could have been some challenges. Maybe one of you, if this is a marriage, maybe one of you is hanging on tightly to the other person with the Four of Pentacles. If this is you, Cancer, I feel like you need to let go. If this is you hanging on tightly to someone within your life, you need to let go. You need to see what happens with the Wheel of Fortune. This is karma, this is destiny, and what's meant to be will be. So I think that you need to let go. And if this person is meant to be in your life, you know, they're going to be in your life. You know, they'll come back to you if this is you going through some difficulties. And then for some other Cancers, if this was a relationship that wasn't working out, if you let go, perhaps there's going to be someone new that's coming in. Now, just seeing what else I get here. If you are a Cancer female who has been trying to conceive, definitely give it a go this week. But if you were having some difficulties, if you were trying to conceive for quite some time, I think that you need to look at your options. I think that you need to do some research and look at your options. I see things unfolding for you. So if you were having some difficulties in this area, I think that you definitely need to give it another go. Absolutely, with this energy, you need to give it another go, but also do some research. I think that something could come out this week. There could be some sort of progress that you're making in regards to that. You could learn something that actually could benefit you, that could really help you. So do your research. If you haven't been to the doctors, definitely go to the doctor. But I feel like there's definitely help that's available to you. Now, financially, I think it's going to be a great week for you. Even though we have this this Five of Pentacles here, I see a lot of security. I see you building on that security that you have here. And I think if you have been lacking, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So I think that your luck is turning financially. I think it's going to be a great week for you. I think that there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of progress that's being made this week, no matter how you relate to this. I see you having a lot of empowering energy, Cancer, and you have everything you need to be successful, whether this is within career or a project that you're starting or moving to a new home. You have everything you need, okay, to be successful. It's a great time to plan for your future, and it's a great time to start new projects. Anything you start at this time, it will be incredibly rewarding for you. And if you are in a relationship and things are going, wonderful, I see it being a really good week for you. I see it being a really good week for you. I did just have a card flip out, and it's rebirth. Oh, this is beautiful. Wow. This is the phoenix rising up from the ashes. No matter what happens, you can find new wings. Rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. Rebirth. Literally, this is the phoenix rising up from the ashes, Cancer. This is beautiful. You're going through a lot of changes right now, but it's all for the better. These are very, very positive changes. You can find new wings. Rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. And it's coming, and it's meant to be. And it's beautiful, Cancer, okay? So I do hope that you found this reading helpful, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.